How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Airing Austin YouTube channel. My name's Austin, and today we're going to be talking about 65. Now, this movie, it's basically about Adam Driver. He is a pilot who carries people from place to place who are in cryo sleep, and unfortunately, his ship gets hit by some asteroids, and he crash lands on Earth 65 million years ago. So that's it. Now he's trying to survive a bunch of dinosaurs, and there's another survivor with him. He thinks he's the only survivor, but he's really not. There's another little girl survivor with him, and that plays a lot into the plot, and we will be talking about the plot in much more detail as well. So just to be warned, this will be a spoiler movie review for those of you who do not want to be spoiled in anything about this movie. So be sure to go watch the movie, come back here, and yeah, we'll be here talking about 65. So yeah, Adam Driver and this little girl, they are stuck on Earth 65 million years ago. And that is kind of the thing that got me really confused about this entire movie, because going into this movie, I thought that they were already humans from Earth and they were like in the future and they somehow traveled back in time by accident, flying maybe too far into space. But no, really, these two characters, they are aliens from 65 million years ago. It's basically like Star Wars, like an advanced civilization just flying around through the cosmos. And yeah, that's essentially it. And essentially what really kicks off this whole movie is Adam Driver, his character. He has a daughter, he has a wife, he has a beautiful family, and unfortunately his daughter, she is really, really sick. I'm sure that we could guesstimate as to what it is that she has, but basically he is taking this really long job that takes him away from his family for about 2 years or so, and he really needs the money to pay for her medical bills. Unfortunately, while he is away, he's about like halfway through this cycle. His daughter, unfortunately, she goes peacefully. He's getting messages along the way, so as he's hurtling back towards his home planet, he hears about his daughter's demise. He's sad, and that's really where the movie kicks off. The movie starts off with him crashing onto Earth 65 million years ago, doesn't really know what's happening, and he's just depressed. You don't really know why he's depressed, because you don't find out that his daughter died until about later into the movie. Because in the beginning, he's like, yeah, don't send help. We're fine. Everyone else is dead. It's just me. You guys don't have to worry. And he basically points a gun at his head, and he is just very depressed. And it's very, very emotional. And this movie, surprisingly, has a lot of great twists that they don't really capitalize on, but we'll get into that later as well. So the plot being as crazy as it is, this is a sci-fi movie. Clearly, it's basically Jurassic Park meets Star Wars. It's also got a little bit of The Last of Us thrown in there as well for some good measure, but it's really just a half-baked version of all of those things. And I can't even say it's half-baked, because honestly, the movie, it's a very undercooked movie. It really feels like a lot of scenes are missing from this film. There's a lot of tonal issues that really just go back and forth, and especially with Adam Driver's character, you really feel like there should be maybe a little bit more extra scenes with him, more so in the beginning, because for me, in the beginning, his ship crashes, and was this on him? How could we not detect these asteroids? They have all this technology that really, it showcases us what it can do throughout the entirety of the movie, and yet they can't predict these asteroids flying at them. And then just the timelines don't really make sense. I just feel like there's a lot that was on the cutting room floor of this movie, and it just kind of got lost in translation, and they just really cut this down to make sure that this movie fit an hour and a half long. This movie is very, very short compared to most feature-length movies that we see today. Most feature-length movies are around the 2-hour mark. That's pretty much the standard now these days, and it really feels like it drags on. It does feel like it's about a 2.5 hour movie, but there are also some instances, some scenes where the movie just kind of flew by, and it's like, wait, hang on. I kind of want to go back and revisit that scene, because I feel like there's a lot of contextual information there that really helps out along with the rest of the movie, especially scenes like where we find out that this little girl that Adam Driver's character is with, she actually doesn't speak his language. I did not know that going into this movie. I thought that was a really great twist, just to add a little extra hurdle boil into Adam Driver's way, but unfortunately, again, they just really don't capitalize on this fact that much because essentially she understands everything he's saying. She's saying yes, she's repeating words and it correlates with some of her own words like home, family, all of that. And yeah, I mean, really, when it boils down to it, there was really no point to make her speak a different language. In fact, I honestly think it kind of strips away from their overall bond and how they connect throughout the movie. Something really similar to this would have to be Logan back in 2017. I think that movie did this basically way better with the character of Laura and Wolverine. 65, it's really just a compilation of a bunch of different movies mashed into one with a really cool premise, a really cool trailer. By the way, the trailer of this movie, I feel like it gives away way too much. And I know that this is a sentiment that a lot of people speak about online, but I feel like they could have gotten away with it. I think that they could have done some really great marketing, capitalize on Adam Driver, make an intriguing plot just based on the trailer and the spacecraft and some of the action scenes and maybe some of the bonding moments between Adam Driver and this little girl. And I think the marketing could have absolutely carried this movie into hyperspeed. Now, I kind of want to jump into the overall tone of this film as well. Have you guys ever been to a museum or a science center and they have like a little mini movie playing on a projector in some dark room that you kind of just walk through and then oh, okay, now the movie's over. Now you go to the next room. The movie kind of gave off that kind of tone. I felt like I was at the science center learning about space and the galaxy and aliens and potential life. It felt like a little bit like a documentary, more so than I thought that Cocaine Bear did. And in this sense, it was kind of interesting. But yeah, I just kind of went with it. The tone, it was fun. I liked it and it was unique. I just wish that they capitalized a lot more on some of their writing decisions, some of the filmmaking decisions. Nothing just really stuck with me in this movie. And guys, I gotta say, 65, it really wasn't that great of a time. I think if you guys are interested in this movie whatsoever, wait for it to come out on streaming. Okay guys, that's gonna go ahead and do it for my review of 65. If you guys like the video, be sure to leave a like, comment down below. The engagement helps out a lot with the channel. I would really appreciate it. Also, if you guys are new here, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to grow the channel, get a little bit more movie reviews out there. We have a lot that we've already made, so if you guys have any movie ideas, any recommendations, let me know down below and I will absolutely check it out, especially for some new upcoming movies. There's a lot coming out in April, so I am very excited. John Wick is coming out pretty soon, so really excited to jump on board with that. But guys, that's going to go ahead and do it with all the YouTube shenanigans, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.